Howdy, y'all. My name is Barrett Young, and I am George Washington University's president for our Young Americans for Liberty chapter on campus. And the reason that I am a libertarian has to do with something that I learned a long, long time ago. Growing up as a Christian, I understood that if God knows everything and humans are imperfect, that means that ultimately none of us have the right to cast stones at one another. And for a long time, I thought that the political philosophy that would allow me to cast stones the least was conservatism. I thought that liberals trying to meddle within people's personal affairs, well, I thought that that went beyond what the role of government was. But as I got older and I became a little less boxed in the Bible Belt bubble, I came to realize how conservatives often violate people's civil liberties and cast stones where they shouldn't. Whenever I was a young teenager, I watched a video of Milton Friedman on Uncommon Knowledge with Peter Robinson, and he explained that libertarianism was essentially the philosophy of humility. It was a philosophy where we all concede that we are not perfect, and where we all concede that we do not have the right to control other people's lives. And it was this explanation of something that I had already believed in that really brought me into the liberty movement. And I'll never forget whenever I finally nagged him to take me to ISFLC my junior year of high school. We drove through the snow from Missouri to DC with my best friend Jared, and we got to meet all of these great speakers and listen to these people communicating the ideas of liberty in a way that I never heard before. You know, growing up in the middle of the Bible Belt, surrounded by conservatives and in a liberal debate circuit, there really was no space for libertarian ideas to be discussed. And that's one of the great things about Young Americans for Liberty. And for me, my personal philosophy is this. I know that I don't know much, and therefore I know that I don't know enough to force my ideas on others with violence. And what I've tried to do as a member of the Liberty Movement is constantly get out there and learn more, learn how to make myself a more effective tool in the fight for liberty. In my high school years, this meant speech and debate. In the middle of the Bible Belt in southwest Missouri, there really wasn't much libertarian activism that I could get involved with. So what I decided to do was try to make myself the most effective communicator possible. This culminated with the Ronald Reagan Presidential Foundation naming me the next great communicator, where I debated about a realist foreign policy based on restraint and free trade, but in front of a panel that included neocons like John Huntsman. See, I'll never forget what it was like to be in front of a hostile audience, to argue for the ideas of liberty and win because the arguments were better on our side. As I continued to grow in the liberty movement, I'll never forget the moment this last year that really changed for me. Look, I'm a freshman, and I never thought I'd be able to get involved as much as I have so far. And I participated in Operation Landslide in Kentucky, and that just set me on a course to do more and more and more. I now intern at RANPAC. I interned at Congressman Dave Bratt's office this last semester, and this summer I'm going to be working as a mobilization intern for Young Americans for Liberty. And what I really love about all of these opportunities and what I really want to get out of YALCon is that I think that the most important thing we as libertarians have to do to grow the movement is to unite. So often it's easy for us to get into Facebook arguments over who's more pure, who's less pure, but ultimately by doing things like YALCon, we can come together. We can come together to show what it means to be libertarians. We can come together to work on elections, to work on persuading our friends on the left and the right. If we can come together, we are unstoppable. And that's why I'm looking forward to YALCon and why I would love to be able to participate. YALCon is one of the few forums where libertarian ideas can go expressed freely. You won't find that on a college campus, and I hope to see everyone at YALCon.